Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Bone Podcast, where we discuss all things crypto market. That includes the majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Bodoggos, meme coins, and of course, other NFTs. Today, we're going to discuss NFT season heating up across every chain. We're going to talk about some big catalysts to watch for this week. And we're going to talk about some more strength coming out of the Bonk and Radium ecosystem as Pump Fund continues to hemorrhage mind share and market share. I'm joined today by the crew. We got some all-stars on today. We got Easy Eats Bodega. We got Sig. We got Kicks on a surprise appearance. Sig, it's been a week. How you feeling?
Oh man, Ray, I'm feeling good. You know what? I feel even better because Kicks just came on, and seeing his face now with us as a crew just brings me 2021, 2022 vibes so hard. That has been the highlight of my day because I never forget to be on stream with Kicks. So good to see you, man. Even though your face is cut off, you're like we see your nose strip and we see your beautiful
That's
smile.
as hard out as I can go right there.
Tiny bit lower. We need some forehead action. Just a tiny bit lower.
If I jiggle this little shit camera Pio gave me, sometimes I can pull it up a little bit.
Go on, man. We need that.
Come on.
Yeah, we need that full face screen.
Stand up there a little bit.
There you go. There you go.
All right, maybe if I lean back a little and then twist.
We got you. There you go. There you go. So the reason why I know this is a new season and things aren't exactly the same is because in 2021, Kicks just had terrible audio every single day. Every single day. It was as predictable as ETH going up. And now it's a new season because his camera angle is just doing all magical things. But
dude.
Man, good to see you. Good to see you.
I know. I miss you.
Miss you too, man. Miss you too. But it's okay. ETH prices are going up, so it's all good.
Kicks, how you doing? Fresh off of military training there, drone-on-drone action.
Yeah, dude. I feel refreshed. Great. Tactically aware.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Easy, how you feeling this morning?
I got some sun this weekend.
Yeah, you did.
I was on the
Get a
boat
lot
for
of
like
sun?
6 hours, dude. I was violently long a bunch of alternative cryptocurrencies with no way to close my positions.
That's the
I
best.
golfed. I was pissed. I shot a 91. Once you break 90, dude, it's like you can't have a good round anymore if you're over. It's just frustrating. That's frustrating. Overall, though, man, I'm
it's
good.
frustrating.
I think
There's an R in it, Easy. It's frustrating.
Yeah, frustrated. I played Theme Park Tycoon for like 6 hours last night while the market pumped.
Phenomenal game.
Yeah, dude. I've really changed, dude. I haven't bought and traded a meme coin in like a long time. For me, a long time, probably like 2 weeks. And when I say like bought and traded, I mean like not sitting there clicking nonstop. I've made some very slow swings where they sit for like 4 or 5 days and then they hit take profits. And most of them are like existing coins, but I've been all over perps. Like the flow state I'm in for perps is absolutely unacceptable. Like record all-time high portfolio. I caught the entire ETH move down and the entire ETH move back up. By the way, shout out Weekly Wisdom, Wizard of Soho's newsletter, goated. Like hands down one of the best resources because when you have confluence with that thing, it just sends. I know Ray caught this bonk long with me this morning. So it's like when the charts are talking to you, man, listen, because the market feels really good right now. And I said it, I think ETH 4K before August. I think Sol back to 210, Bitcoin over 120K. I think we get a surprise hype move back up to 50. We have two massive moments this week. The crypto working group by the president coming out on Wednesday and the FOMC. So
The
I do think
FOMC, as I like to call it.
We're not going to get a cut. Yeah, FOMC, as the residents call it. I don't think we get a cut. I do think we get crazy dovish comments though. Largely just because I think this heavy push for cuts is only going to continue. The tariff delay news is honestly bad for cuts because if tariffs went into place, then cost of goods would go up, which would incentivize rate cuts. So there's some back and forth on a lot of that stuff. The crypto working group though is the thing I plan to read the whole thing. I'm most interested in because it's the first time we're getting this push for crypto and digital assets to become like a mainstay in the US. And Trump continues to iterate that it's like this is the path forward for crypto in the US. So people speculating we're going to get the Bitcoin strategic reserve. I'm teeter-tottering on if I close positions before Wednesday and just let it play out and get in late or try to speculate on something because there is a couple things that could cause a sell-off. we find that we have significantly less Bitcoin as a country, which would be somewhat bearish.
That's bullish. That's bullish.
No, I think it's bearish because they basically come out and said they're only going to be using confiscated Bitcoin. So it means that they dumped it already. But
that's fine. They dumped it already and price is up.
But I prefer they held it because then it's more incentive to make price go higher. Because there's speculation
if they held it and someone else is president that doesn't like crypto, they could dump it.
Yeah, but dude, like, who knows? Maybe we get Trump 2026, first time 3-term president.
Down, dude. I'm long on that on Polymarket.
But that he's going to try to run?
No, he's going to win. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't long that. I don't believe in that.
No, I'm glad you're long that because I'm long Jesus returns in 2025.
Good bet.
Yeah, it's a 98%.
That's what we call the Christian hedge.
It's nothing crazy, but like if we're talking black swans, I've got a calm little $100,000 position that would net me $98 million if it happens.
That's what I'm talking about. Can I tell you guys the coolest story ever? All of you will appreciate it, and I won't make it a Nick story. It won't be 30 minutes, okay? It'll be like 5 minutes start to finish. So I'm coming down from my tactical paramilitary trip in Maine. Decided to cut the trip in half and stop. And that's a joke, by the way. So I wasn't doing that. I was just fishing in Maine. We decided to break up the trip, stop in New York City. My wife has pretty good taste. So she says, let's stay at the Wythe Hotel in Williamsburg. So we get in late. It's probably 8 o'clock. Pull into the, parking or whatever. Wife's taking the luggage in. I'm like, hopefully, I'm tired. Hopefully this place has valet parking because I don't want to go find a parking garage right now. So I go in. My wife's talking to the front desk. I'm like, hey, do you got valet parking? They're like, no, sorry. There's a parking garage like 4 blocks away. I'm like, phenomenal news. Thank you very much. So I'm leaving, right? Walking out of the hotel. And the guy running the show at the front says, Kix, is that you? I'm like, and I've never in the wild heard someone just say, Kix, is that you, other than at an NFT event? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, dude, you're the fucking man. What's up, man? I'm a Bodoggos whale. I watch the show every single fucking day. I'm like, no fucking way right now. This is the coolest shit ever. So we started shooting the shit. We're talking. His name's Steamy J. He's the coolest guy ever. He's a whale in Bodoggos. We start just talking NFTs, talking all sorts of stuff.
He gave you a winning trade too.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. I was like, what's your number one alpha? He's like, dude, OSF has REKT. He's like, dude, I'm on Mando Epic. Like, you got to buy that. It's up 40% already. But we're just shooting the shit. I'm like, dude, I need to find parking. He's like, no problem, man. I'm just going to move the loading zone sign and you can just park here overnight right next to the fucking hotel. I'm like, you're the man. Dude, every single person in this area knows him. They're all high-fiving him, like handshaking him, like, yo, what's up, dude? How you doing? I'm like, this guy's a fucking man. He's like, yo, you got like a second? I'm like, why? And he's like, you want to go across the street to this like club real quick? And I'm like, yeah, like, why not? So we cut the line. He knows the bouncer and he's like, yo, what's up? This is my friend. I'm in the least clubby clothes ever. I'm wearing like green camo shorts and like a white like hoodie zip up. The guy at the front is like staring at me and he's like, sure, we'll let your buddy in. And so we go in, get a beer. He's like, yo, I got to run back to the hotel, but like have fun, drink a beer. So I'm like sipping on beer. I'm like, oh shit. I wonder what my wife thinks I'm doing. And I open up the phone. She's like, where the fuck are you? Why are you at a club right now? And I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. I'm like, long story. She's like, long story. I'm up here in the fucking hotel room. You better be a long story. And so I just chug my beer. I leave, go up. I tell my wife, she starts laughing. She thinks it's the funniest thing ever. Go back down, shoot the shit with him a little bit more. And he's like, dude, there's a sick cowboy bar. Do you want to like go to it real quick? And I'm like, my wife will literally murder me. This will be the last anyone has ever seen me. I cannot, but awesome chilling with you. Went up. But how cool is that?
Damn, man, that is the coolest story ever. That is so dope.
That's
honestly, what was his name? Steamy J.
Steamy J, yeah, dude.
Steamy J, what a man. What an absolute man. And to like just randomly meet him. Sorry, the funniest part of that story is that she sent you to take the luggage out and then you just never came back.
Never came back. And how I justified it was like, honey, I was gone. I was like gone for the same amount of time it would have taken to find fucking parking in New York City on a Saturday night and get back. I just so happened to get VIP parking and then go to a bar for a drink real quick. Yeah, so it was absolutely legend. Also, that made me realize that I need to stop changing my Twitter name when I'm in my manic cycles. So I switched my Twitter profile back to Kicks because he called me Kicks. So the end.
Shout out to Steamy J. What a legend. A tip and free parking and entry to a club for free.
The man. I got to get him back on something. I got to give him some alpha now.
Speaking of the alpha, big shout out to the partners for today's show, Gemini. Did you know your credit card points and miles can lose value to inflation while they collect dust? Credit card companies often reduce the redemption value of your points and miles, just murdering those points and miles like Kix's wife was about to murder him. Imagine a credit card with rewards that can grow in value. With Gemini Credit Card, you can earn Bitcoin or one of 50 other cryptocurrencies instantly, no annual fee. Every swipe at the store or gas pump earns you instant rewards deposited straight into your account. Sign up now for a $50 Bitcoin bonus to kickstart your rewards. Go to Bodoggos.com/Gemini today. That's Bodoggos.com/Gemini today. This card is sick. I cannot wait to apply for it once my mortgage and loan gets approved and I don't have to worry about credit score stuff getting jacked up here. Check it out, Bodoggos.com/Gemini. Hear great things about it from Nick and Pio. They love it. They're earning crypto all the time. Check it out. That being said, we have a lot to talk about today. Signal, why don't you kick off the weather report and then we'll kind of move on from
Yes. Yeah, let's kick it off. It's going to be a beautiful old school one on Monday, July 28th. Look at that crypto roundup. The majors are up in the day with Bitcoin. It's just knocking. It's knocking on the door of 119K, just itching to go back over 120. ETH is just under 3,900. We are scrambling up that hill back to 4K, and Sol is back over 190. Over the weekend, top three stories. Well, first, the US and the EU, we made friends and we have agreed on a trade deal, so everything is okay. And the US and China have also extended their tariff pause 90 more days. That's just going to keep on rolling. And US equity markets, they're happy because they like the news and are green in pre-market trading. Next up, Ethereum ETFs recorded 1.8 billion worth of weekly net inflows. This marked the second highest week of inflows on record. The Bitcoin ETF counterparts recorded just 72 million worth of inflows. Times have flipped. And then finally, Bodoggos, they have led Solana NFTs on the day, recording over 1,500 SOL of volume on the day as the floor climbed 60% on the day and briefly crossed 5 SOL. Notable figures supported the collection as goated investor Mike Duda swept 40 Bodoggos. That is all for the weather report. It is back to you lovely folks in the studio.
Excellent weather report as always, Signal. Timed it perfectly for the music. Ending. Bodoggos on quite the pump. Do we think Wiz came down from this hangover, multiple bottles of champagne, and completed his sweep easy?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I got no clue. Like, he may still be eating sushi. That sushi does look good though, dude. Big fan of
Yeah,
sushi.
this looks banging.
Big
This looks banging. Love to see it. Love to see Bodoggos getting some love. Expect more coming from us as we continue to give our own collection a little bit of love. Oh, man, lot to talk about today. Bodoggos pumping, NFTs across the board pumping. This comes on the back of Solana co-founder Tolly calling meme coins and NFTs digital slop. Did you guys see this one? I know usually Kicks and Signal. Did you see this one? Our co-founder just no respect for 99% of the assets traded on his chain.
I think he was making a joke that people probably just didn't understand. Because he's saying meme coins and NFTs are digital slop and have no intrinsic value, like a mobile gaming loot box. And then he says people spend $150 billion a year on it. So I think he was like making a joke in jest, basically saying these things have no real value, but people spend $150 billion a year on it.
I think he's being dead serious that they hold no value and they're worthless. But the fact of the matter is people will still buy them, is what he's saying. But it's like, it was the one thing I didn't like was just the negative tonality from it. Because me and him kind of went back and forth on the timeline. He like responded to me and was like, I own a bunch of NFTs. And I was like, okay. Like, I know you do. But the thing is, it's like NFTs are what brought a massive wave of users to Solana in 2021 and 22. Like a massive wave. And then the argument continues is that, like, on top of that, the biggest onboarding and catalytic event in 21 and 22 was Steppin', which was loot boxes and NFTs for a walk to earn product, right? So you're basically saying like NFTs are worthless. They had a coin that's worthless, no intrinsic value. That shit made people get in shape. Like I was walking my dog 14 times a day. The dog would look at me and be like, why the fuck are we still walking? And I'm like, dude, we got to earn the $4.65. Shut up. Like, listen, I got to get my gems. Leave me alone. You're just coming with me for the ride. So at that point,
Solana would
like,
be $10 without meme coins and NFTs.
And then meme coins this cycle was the biggest catalytic event. So it's like, dude,
exactly.
Don't it's like don't kick the hand that
I'm sorry that your super smart nerdy friends only like DeFi. Maybe get cooler friends, buddy.
Yeah,
dude, Pokemon cards are all-time high. CS:GO skins is worth $4 billion. Like, what are you even fucking talking about, man?
What's up with that cardboard slop, Easy?
Yeah, what's up with that cardboard slop, dude? You know, you could just put one of those in a copy machine and copy it.
You can laminate it, copy it and laminate it. And it's
you can just laminate that and go play in a Pokemon tournament. They'd never know.
You're muted.
I think he was trolling, dude.
He was trolling. I interpret it the same way Kix interprets it, as in there's no value, but there's 150 billion of value there. Yeah, and I like the word slop. I'm going to be calling my NFT slop now. Like, what slop? Like what you eating this week? What's your slop? What'd you get this weekend?
What do you do for a living? I trade slop.
I'm trading slop. We're serving slop today. I love it, man. No, it's good. No, Tony knows what he's talking about. Like at the end of the day, Solana, like as Easy is saying, Solana is exactly where it is because of all of that. But the action this week, honestly, last week Monday when we were talking about NFTs and it had that initial pump, and I was extremely skeptical on it being a broad market turnaround, but I mean, I had already taken my positions in the NFTs that I liked. So I already had my Moonbirds. I've held my REKT guys forever. I've still got my Pudgies. So like, I'm okay. But I wasn't expecting what we're seeing now, that hash masks have had a pump, that people are talking about Mooncats. It's just like everyone is so desperate to revive everything, which I still don't like because I still don't believe this is like a broad market pump across all collections. I still think that some collections will pump very strongly for the rest of this quarter and will be much higher than where they are now. But I do believe the projects that haven't done anything perhaps won't be trading where they currently are in the next 6 months. I don't know, Kix, how do you feel about this pump that's happening right now?
Yeah, I think you said it very well. I think we're seeing excitement, and I think primarily the excitement is, if you boil it down, it's driven by ETH being at 3,800 again, and also us heading into Q3, Q4 of what is historically the top of crypto markets. Not saying that it's going to be a top, but we're now 4 years removed from 2021. So if we go back to July 2021, that's when NFTs started popping off bigly, right? They continued to run like crazy in August, peaked in September, bear market October, bottomed out like October, November, December, had a big run. So we're kind of replaying 2021. The interesting thing with ETH, though, is that ETH has been kind of the not cool area of crypto this cycle. So we don't have a lot of new projects on ETH in NFTs. Also, just the cost of getting stuff out, new projects out, like when you minted Bored Apes in 2021, gas was like $10 a minimum or something like that. Right now, like just the cost of everything is higher. So we have this weird dynamic with ETH NFTs where we really only have for the most part, there's exceptions, but we really only have older collections that are able to be pumped. What I would imagine that we would see going into the rest of this year would be potentially new NFT projects launching on ETH, also seeing spillover into other chains. Like you may get an NFT run on Hyperliquid, you may get another one on Solana. I'm sure you're seeing it on Abstract. But for whatever reason, L2s have never gotten a real massive breakthrough project, NFT project. We've had successes, right? Abstract has some cool gaming projects. Base has some cool projects, but we've never had like a Moonbirds or a Pudgy or a Yuga Labs-esque run on an L2. Now, maybe that changes this year. My point being is that that's where the cost structure to like mint and trade things is palpable. But ETH is where all of the value is, and that's where all of the popular art projects are, and yada, yada, yada. Of course, Solana had some big ones, but Solana, a lot of the NFT successes was because Solana was the dominant chain for most of this cycle, right? All of us on this show and many of our listeners, NFTs have always had a special place in our hearts. I think if you're bullish NFTs, what you can say is the last couple of years has been the trough of disillusionment, right? Where 2021 was the massive rally. This is the trough of disillusionment where, people lose conviction, lose belief. And now maybe we're going back into this, digital asset thing. I hit some nice buys on Moonbirds. That's awesome. I still got my Pudgy. But I haven't been going around. I just got back home, so I haven't had the opportunity. But I haven't been going around just being like, let me long this NFT or long that NFT. I still think that if there is going to be a sustained NFT run through Q4 of this year, the cream is going to be in the new stuff. It always has been. It always will be in crypto. It's always the new stuff that runs the hardest. So if your belief is that NFTs are going to have a sustained run throughout the rest of the year, obviously stuff like Moonbirds, Bodoggos, Pudgies are going to do great runs. But if you're looking to be like, man, I want to put 3,000 into something and have it run to 30, I would imagine maybe there's going to be some new stuff coming out over the next couple months. Some new slop.
Some new slop. I think like what's interesting about this run as well, and just we're at this really interesting point where you're seeing established founders who are sort of getting to their retirement age, if you want to call that in the NFT game. So you've seen the news of what's happened with Pixel Vault. I mean, that's just basically rugged the entire project. And then there was a comment that I saw on Twitter about Gaga saying like, I don't even know why I'm doing this. And, I'm literally not getting paid. And then people spun their own context on that. The point now I'm trying to illustrate is that you're seeing a class from 2021, the OG founders kind of tap out. And I mean, they have been going at this for 4 years now. So it's not like, they're around for a couple of months and disappeared like some of these meme coin creators. But I think what's interesting about now is that some of the projects which are essentially leading, getting a lot of price action, such as Moonbirds, REKT token, and Pudgies, is that those three operators are from the class of 2021. But that particular time when they were around, they were just trading NFTs like we all were. And then over time, they became more experienced, learned about the market. Some of them went on to basically essentially do the best trades of 2022, 23, 24. And then now they've all got their projects. And I feel as if those kind of operators who have stuck around every single day through the bear, through the bull, and are now here, are essentially going to reap those rewards. And I think the reason why I bring this up is because Kix, you're saying to look at the new stuff, but I think of the old stuff, kind of research and analyze who are the operators who are going to be leading projects going into the end of the year and then next year, like alongside the new stuff as well.
Totally. I'm with that.
Speaking of operators here since 2021, we've got Nick joining us this morning. Nick, how you feeling today? We got a little Bodoggos celebration going on over the weekend.
I'm feeling pretty good, Ray. Although I didn't sleep enough last night. I don't know what the deal is. But, dude, very excited about the current state of Bodoggos. Clemente and I had a little brainstorm yesterday. I think he just put into the world the energy.
Positive manifestation.
I watched it just take place. We were at the gym and Clemente was like, Bodoggos should be like have a $10,000 floor, and I was like, I completely agree.
And then he
And-
just fucking benches 250 pounds.
Yeah, like
Ah!
10 times. He did 10 reps at 250, and then we walk out of the gym, like literally just like walking down the street. You know what I'm
Creatine
saying?
maxis.
Just
Dude's never
absolutely-
benched more than 135. Yesterday he was putting up 225 with ease.
It was ridiculous. And basically, we knew right then that we could see this future, and it happened within hours.
That's beautiful.
I wish I was joking about the fact that that's actually what went down, but I'm not.
I think it's all Steamy J because when I ran into him 2 nights ago, he literally said Bodoggos is the biggest play. He's like, you guys are stupid undervalued. He said he's bullish on Epic.
Job's not finished.
And then he said that he's bullish on runes or ordinals and runes.
Job's not finished.
Who said that?
The man, Steamy J.
Who is Steamy J?
He's the fucking man, dude. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. He's the man. Bodoggos whale, coolest guy in Williamsburg.
And you ran into him where?
At the White Hotel in New York City.
Oh, you were in Williamsburg?
Yeah, for a brief period of time.
Why didn't you let me know, dude? It's right
You're
down
in
the street,
Miami,
man.
aren't you?
Yeah, I know, but I could hop on a plane. You know what I'm saying?
It kind of just all happened.
Great excuse for not inviting me, dude.
Sorry.
Anytime you go on a trip anywhere, just let me know, even if it's with your family. I'll just
Cool.
tag along.
I love that. Be a little uncle.
That seems like the primary path in my life at the moment.
Dude, my dad was popping out kids. I think 49 was the last one he shot out. So never say never, man.
Speaking of popping out kids, CryptoPunks crossed $200,000 over the night. 52.25 Ethereum.
Feeling great about this.
No one cares about this?
No, I said I'm feeling great about this.
Oh, you're feeling great about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's being sarcastic like Tully was.
Yeah.
Dude, they're 200K. I remember they were 50K at one point in time. That's a 4X.
Yeah, that's a pretty big one. We're continuing to see NFTs run across the board. CryptoPunks over 200K. We saw a big push from Ordinals over the weekend. Node Monkeys up 36% on the day. They had a ton of sweeps, a big alien sale. Taproot Wizards almost up to $28,000. Bitcoin Puppets 2x off their lows, 0.054 Bitcoin, $6.4 thousand. So we're seeing big movements across the board. Not only Solana, ETH, but also Bitcoin NFTs. One to watch out for today: Moonbirds. Spencer has been teasing that more information is coming out for Moonbirds today. Big announcement. Currently at a 2.5 ETH floor.
Shit, baby, that's a win.
Yeah, Spencer last week tweeting out just Monday. I think this is on Thursday of last week. So speculation, we're going to hear some news out of Spencer. If you know Spencer, I wouldn't be surprised if this is bullish / token related.
Sometimes that shit just falls in your lap, dude.
They've acquired OpenSea.
What are you talking about? Sometimes that shit falls in your lap. Nothing fell in our lap. I'm sorry.
No, it was brutal.
I still have PTSD. I still talk about it with my therapist. And then I told her that I bought another one. And then she flicked back in her notes and she was like, is this the same owl that you bought and lost all that money? And I was like, yes, we need to talk about it.
But this time it's different.
But this time it's different, I said to her.
There's a new founder.
There's a new founder, and Ray, for the first time in 4 years, is wearing a different cap. And I feel like these are all signs that price go up. I also think I do think these can cross 5 ETH, mainly because ETH is going to keep growing up, so going up over 4K. So that bullishness continues. But also, there's a lot of like Spencer is if you used to listen to the show, you would remember that he'd come on and he'd talk about his trades, and he was a phenomenal trader. And I still remember he made 20 ETH on art gobblers when everybody else was just like trying to figure out how much paper could a gobbler eat at the time. Then you also have to think about what he did with pudgies. like buying up pudgies when no one did it. He takes risks in a very calculated way. And so I think the reason why it's being faded so much is because of what Cairo and the team did to the collection. And I think you need to let go of that bad negative energy and look at the new operators and think, just look at their track record. So this is why I like Moonbirds and why I bought it again. Reluctantly bought it again.
What did you buy the new one at?
0.8, 0.9.
Let's go. Great job. There's been a couple things that I've looked at. That was one of them that I was like, yeah, this is a good buy. Ordinals I'd been looking at the bottom, basically, and was like, yeah, I should be getting Bitcoin puppets here at like 0.02. How low? I feel like 0.027 or something like that.
Nick, I'm going to stop you right there. You're talking about the past. We got to talk about the future. Get those hands up and start warming them up because they're a little cold. Start warming those hands up. Get them hot. Get those hands hot, okay? We got Q4. We got Q4 coming around the corner. We got to get those hands hot. We got to get those hands moving. I got 5 Moonbirds and I wanted 10. And I meant to tell I think it was Clemente, Ray, and Easy on the show. And I was like, guys, I got to play, but I have to buy it before you guys buy it. And then I bought them and I went on vacation. I forgot to tell it, you guys. And that's on me.
That is on you. Over saying 0.036 lowest for puppets. Now we saw 0.02, 0.0227. Nick was spot on with that.
Overarch, shut your mouth. Thank you. Get out of the comments. Never
I was buying
back.
some mythics. I should have been buying big boys. I bought a couple mythics sub 0.1. But
I went in and swept one.
Hey, there we go. Another NFT collection that
he used the sweep button, quantity 1.
Another big win. We actually bought one of these live on the show. Shout out Easy. This is a 3x from where we bought it on the show now, REKT guys.
Hey,
I said the token pumping, the NFT feels undervalued.
I said this last week. I got my receipts, Easy. I got my receipts as well. For
this Sig, I'm like 3 weeks back on this thing.
I'm like 9.
Dude, I got it airdropped. That's how far back I go.
I 3 minutes.
You holding it, yeah. You holding it.
I literally did the art for OSF and he didn't tell anybody.
Listen, I'm the deployer for the REKT token. It's out now. All right, it was me.
Yo, I was doing some deep thinking and I was like, what's my biggest miss of the last 4 months? REKT token. And that's not to be negative. If you negatify yourself, then you're going to attract negative ions.
If you negatify
yourself, but you can also reflect. And I was like, man, that was there. That was just lined up. That was right there to buy. Should have bought it. Didn't buy it. It's okay. Putting that in the memory bank. Gonna hit the next one. And we got to be in the lab, everyone. We got to be studying, analyzing, researching, and then most importantly, executing. Because the next 5 months is where the money's going to be made. Okay? It's just getting started. We can't say I shoulda.
Okay, I'm going to say it. If you think it's just getting started, even though there's about 15 green candles, I still think REKT is a buy here. I do. If we're just getting started, because last week I said it, and I think it had 7 candles, and now it's gone on to another 7 green candles. But now we've got 1 red candle, and I do think this is still a buy here on the REKT token. Because I don't know, Q4, it's just, oh no, Nick, you're like, your head's on the side scratching. I can see your head scratching.
I think the target is $1 billion, but the biggest thing that I run into with this is, well, A, I overthink it, but B, what I'm comparing is where are my opportunities for like 4Xs and things like that. And so then I'm like, is this the thing that's going to 4X? And right now, like for the targets that I have, just holding my Solana is something that I think could literally still 4X basically at this point in time, as ridiculous as that sounds. I've been buying other tokens. Clemente tipped me off on 2. I should have put those to choose Rich Live instead of the one that I decided to fucking post, which was garbage. I'm down.
I still like the one you posted. I do still like the one you posted.
I'm down a couple grand on that.
You're trading just random fucking meme coins?
Well, they're not random. Okay.
Do you want to
They-
share some names?
Yeah.
This
so
one, nobody. Nick, you want a free 4x if you want to just buy something and wait?
yeah.
Moby.
Really though?
I'm
Whale-
dead
our
serious.
Wales Bodoggo Alpha on the public show.
Yeah,
Very
so we gave this to Wales. It hit take profit 1 and has since retraced. It's like 15% up from our entry still. But I think this goes over 100 mil again with ease.
Now why?
So they posted a thing, I want to say last week, where they just continue to emphasize over and over and over and over that their entire game plan right now is to accrue value back to the Moby token.
Mhm.
They have some of the biggest socials for any sort of meme coin that's like Whale Guru and a couple of these other ones that they use. Whale Watch, that one you've probably seen around before.
I have.
And now there's ones for Polymarket. They get picked up
Polymarket
a
whale.
lot.
Is that them?
What'd you say? No, Unusual Whales is separate. So that's
Polymarket whale. Is that them?
I think there's one of them. Yeah, I think there's one of them. I forget the exact name, but dude, they're all over the place with this, and they got some stuff rolling out here over the next couple weeks that they've been teasing to like whale holders right now
Little
about
slop?
stuff that's coming. Everything they do though goes back into a flywheel to buy and burn Moby. Every single thing that they do.
Look at that picture. Expand. Enhance. Look at that flywheel.
Yeah, that's a whale wheel.
That's
It's a whale
fucking
wheel.
good, dude.
Yeah, whale
I
wheel.
would buy. I think you're right, just based on that picture.
So I think this goes back over 100 mil, like with confidence. It's
So
the
get a
chart
little
looks
AI
completely
action.
bottomed. Yeah. Chart looks completely bottomed.
Oh, I like
Do you
Is
wanna-
it on Solana?
Solana.
Yeah, it's
Yep,
on Solana.
And the
Why
product
are
they
you yelling
currently-
so much? Jeez Louise, dude.
It's on Sol. Look at that flat bottom finally breaking out. If the ecosystem in general moves and crypto moves, this runs pretty hard. They have a competitor to Dex Screener called Moby Screener. And that's the most interesting thing to me here because it's got 10,000 daily active users every like minute or 10,000 active users a minute. It's getting traction.
So easy.
So-
Is that a flat bottom into a Pilates class?
Yeah, it's a flat bottom into a downward dog.
Okay.
So I like this. I like this chart a lot. If you want just what I think is going to be a 4x with basically size you want right now, sitting at 35 M's, 4x would put us at 140.
Nice
That's-
amount of
that's an
liquidity in
all-time
there.
What sort of size are you looking for here?
I have about $25,000 in it at like 33 mil,
At $33 million.
and it hit 50. So I shared it to the whales. Said take profit one's 50. I didn't sell any because I do think it goes higher, but I try to make sure we don't lead our whales to the slaughter. So I give them realistic targets. I think the final take profit is a little over 100. But yeah, so the Bodoggos whales got that one. I like that. The other one that I'm still like, this one's probably not a 4x, but if you want to play that's going to 2x for an actual ecosystem token and not a meme, Athena is the one that I'm still interested in.
Is it an
$5
AI
million
play?
of daily buybacks for the next 5 weeks by the foundation. So it's got some pretty substantial upside pressure on it. It's ENA, Ray. And I don't know if it's going to, yeah, there you go. So this one, it's at 66 cents. My target on ENA is,
This is a stable coin thing, right?
yep, stablecoin. So
you.
we have a bunch of this stuff coming out this week that I think will be very stablecoin positive. $2 is my final take profit on this.
Look, I just moved like a whale into here, dude, into Moby. Now
like
let's
that.
talk about my next whale move.
Yeah, so I like
Nick,
Athena.
Nick, I'd throw 10K into the Moby Dick shit.
You're recommending that I throw 10K in?
Yeah.
I did 2,500. You think I should go 10 grand? 10.
Go to
10
no, meet in the middle, 5,000.
I mean, are we going to hold hands on this?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to buy, but I think this is good for you. I got some shit cooking on my end, but I like this for you to get those
What do you
hands
mean?
hot.
Yo, I don't know if I can freaking trust somebody like that, dude. That's ridiculous. You're not willing. You think this is an easy 4x, and
Oh, one
you're
more
not-
thing here, by the way. Hyperliquid finally breaking out of its downtrend back above $45. That's another one I like to go to at least over 150. Feels realistic on it.
I had another 2 G's in Moby just because Kix is fucking bullying me.
This chart just absolutely ate the dip.
Hyperliquid.
Hyperliquid.
Okay, guys. It's not enjoyable for the listener. Stop.
Sensory issues.
Stop. Come on, dude.
Are you overstimulated now?
Are you hot and bothered by the hyperliquid?
He's in hyperliquid too. Why is he so mad? He saw the
I
bottom.
don't know, but look at that downward wedge we got right there on the bull flat. Down wedge off the breakout for the beautiful retest off previous wick highs.
Let's see if Ray can figure out what that means.
Down wick, a little bit lower.
Well,
off the bodies of the
you
candles.
messed that up. You didn't
Ray,
get
it's off the bodies of Ray. It's off the bodies of the candle. Holy shit, Ray!
He's not a TA trader. He's a fundamental macro investor.
Oh my god, dude! He's a Mongolian warlord who just so happens.
Dude, he's
to
just
stumble
fucking
into-
with this whole thing, dude.
I'm
No,
not sharing my
no,
fucking
the
screen.
top
I'm
line
fucking
is your
done with this.
problem, Ray. The top line needs to be up against the red line.
Here we go. There you go.
God, that gets me excited.
So what are you long in this 247 right here?
That's my leverage.
To 47?
No, this is leverage.
I'm
kicks.
talking about
This
the
is-
levered bet, dude.
My levered bet is a move probably today to 47.
You're
I
calling
like it to
today
go-
to 47?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Dude, he's not fucking around right now, bro.
I'm not fucking around, dude.
Dude, how
Look at that
serious are
chart.
you?
Keep zooming out. It looks so consolidated.
Yeah, I'm looking for like a consolidated move somewhere like up here.
Little
Where-
BNB style run.
What do you guys think of Uranus?
Higher.
I don't care about any of that shit, dude. NFTs are back. I can
at
buy
this
good coins like hype.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
buying stupid ass shit no more.
Look at this fucking pump, dude.
Nick, I feel like if you're looking for a 4x, if ETH breaks 4K and we continue to have this bullish environment, you're better off getting that 4x from an NFT than you are from trying to get it from a token, because capital will keep rotating to NFTs.
Yeah. Basically what she's saying is sweep 4 Moonbirds right now. It's about 38 grand and ride that shit to 120 Gs.
I'm not saying sweet Moonbirds. I'm just like, with all the knowledge that you have of the markets and what we're going in now, because I feel like for you, you're like, I need a 4x, but once the asset has already done its 4x, you don't believe that another asset can do it. So you're like, can nobody do it? Can Moby do it? It's really hard to do it. Like, anybody would be questioning themselves, can I get a 4x from whatever, Moby, nobody? But if the market if capital is rotating to NFTs, then just bet on the NFT that you think can get you that 3-4x. Because I still think that opportunity is out there, and it's very easy to identify if you have the market knowledge and you've been basically around every single day for the last 4 years, which you have.
Well, I've been hearing about this team, Bodoggos. Very interesting things. Dude, it was actually hilarious watching the sweep last night. Solana people just race to like dump their bags the moment there's any pump, dude. We pumped to like 5 SOL. What were you gonna say?
I was waiting for you to finish because I'm working on improving my ADD interrupting.
So the way that you do that is by physically interrupting. You transition your auditory interrupting to physical interruptions. Okay.
I just made a hand sign. That
When you're
wasn't a
like-
zip it. That was, I'm about to open up some shit, dude.
Okay, well that's not clear.
4x buy
I'm gonna be
Bitcoin
honest,
puppets right now.
if I were to-
Clean 4x.
Yeah, Bitcoin puppets do seem like one right here.
But I'm lazy. It's really hard to go over to that boomer ass chain. I literally wish I could just say right here, Jarvis, invest $10,000 into Bitcoin puppets for me right now, please. Thank you. And it doesn't. Why doesn't that exist?
How much is one of these right now? How much is that?
4.4K.
Okay.
2 of them would be 8.8. 4x would convert that into $36,000.
By the time they 4x in terms of Bitcoin, Bitcoin's gonna 1.5x.
Yeah, so Ray, which do you own this?
I own one of these.
What did you buy it at?
I want to say somewhere between 0.3 and 0.4. 0.03 and 0.04.
Jarvis, pull up Deez's profile pic. Enhance. Bitcoin puppet. Good. Bullish indicator.
Thread guy was rocking one for a while as well.
Yep. One says, how does Nick spend his time and can't make his own investment decisions? Son,
He all pays us to do that for him. That's how rich he is.
exactly. I'm gonna go back to sleep now. You
And
guys
also
keep
Nick.
working it.
Never mind. That's not a funny joke.
Jesus.
Puppets 4x, so puppets to 0.02 or puppets to 25K is your
0.2.
thought here, Kicks?
0.2.
0.2.
Ray, if you
That's
buy
good.
one, can you buy one for me and I'll Venmo you? And then just
I
Venmo
don't-
me back so we can pop up on some financial radars.
I think that I'm good on puppets. I'm
Sounds
just good on
good. Yeah, yeah.
Ordinals exposure. I have a wizard, a puppet, and a pizza ninja right now.
Terrible mistake. You own one of each of them. How would you ever be able to sell it?
I have
You have
no
to
issues.
always buy at least two, so then you can sell one of them when you need to.
I can definitely sell those when I need to. I'm not-
Okay, tough guy. I like that energy.
I'm not going to feel any remorse when I hit where I believe these can go.
So Ray, I was smoking a joint 2 a.m. trying to catch a rockfish with my buddy on his dock.
Okay.
After he smoked the joint, he looked at me and smiled, and he looked just like you. And I thought of you, and I thought that you'd like to hear that. I thought about you at Friday at 2 a.m.
Oh, that's very nice.
I was like, I miss my boy Ray.
It's comforting.
Yeah.
It's comforting. Any other NFTs that we like here?
I got to do research, guys. I'm back in the lab. I got a fresh fucking notebook, nice looking pen. Got to start scribbling, thinking. The mistake is to overtrade right now. You got to analyze and you got to pick your targets and then buy with conviction. Unless we get crazy season, then you can just start, throwing fucking money around and just watching it make some moves. Or we could form a cabal and start pumping historical ETH NFTs. Can I interest you in a ETH mage from 2017?
Dude, there were
It's a
some
wrap contract.
people that are down bad that are tweeting on the timeline trying to recover like completely irrelevant bullshit. Like yesterday, hash masks was selling like a thing. And I'm like, yo, this isn't happening.
I wanted to see like what else had volume in terms of or like what moved in terms of historical stuff, and like I knew I was gonna find it on this list, and it was those skulls, those crypto skulls ran 30% too. I don't know if you remember. I think it was Leonidas who like pushed these things as like the historical.
I
Dude.
remember, and he got Gary V to hop on the train, lead people to the slaughter.
That
Ray, could I interest you in an AI 42?
Matt
limited
Medved was a big fan of
2017
this.
collection. Rock
Yeah,
bottom prices. Me and some friends
these
are
are
looking to
fun.
accumulate.
0.09 to 0.135 on the back of hash masks running.
Hmm.
This is another good one in terms of throwbacks. But hash masks was wild. I think it was a Keyboard Monkey was on the timeline. I think he minted the last hash mask that like revealed the collection. He bought it for 100 ETH on the bonding curve.
Ouch.
And he was like, "Yeah, let me sell this. Hash masks are pumping. Yeah, here it is."
That was I think January, February 2021, man. Those were fun and weird.
It
Surprisingly.
started in March of 2021. I
Really?
know this because I bought this instead of a Bored Ape shortly after during their long period of bonding curve. And it was right after NBA Top Shot.
these
which
look
started in
like
February.
absolute shit.
Yeah,
This is
so
absolute garbage.
I spent a little over an ETH on mine instead of minting Bored Apes or buying off secondary Bored Apes, whenever that was. And we still have the thing in a wallet somewhere.
You say these look like garbage, but I guarantee you, if you flip the price action of these in Bored Apes, you're like, ah, yeah, these are obviously
No, these fuck.
obviously
Look at the arm.
cards.
No,
And
wouldn't
you're like,
have
this
happened.
dumb apes. I can't believe I bought those dumb apes instead of these historic artifacts.
No. No, I'm a visionary.
What are you visioning right now?
Well, not these.
This one's screaming your name, Nick.
That one sounds something like hyperliquid.
Oh man. In addition to NFTs pumping this week, also big week coming out of BNB. All-time high, blasted through all-time highs last week, blasted through again over the weekend. All-time high over $860 on BNB.
Why is it doing that?
Yeah, I have no idea. This thing is absolutely cooking.
Is CZ pardoned?
We saw, well, that's like a lot of thesis last week was like there was supposed to be a big crypto announcement. People were like, oh, the CZ is going to get pardoned and BNB is going to send.
That doesn't even make sense.
Over the last 24 hours, Binance announced the RWUSD yield product targeting about 4% yield, basically holding U.S. treasuries. We've seen two BNB treasury companies announce, one recently with CEA Industries, that's ticker VAPE on the U.S. stock exchange. They announced a $500 million private placement to establish the largest publicly listed BNB treasury. So we're seeing them following the institutional plays. I wonder like how much of this is coming from Binance themselves. But yeah, like they're
Probably all of it.
Yeah, it was 671 last cycle. We topped that in June of last year at 686. We topped it again election season, and then we've basically been setting all-time highs all over the past week.
Here's what I see. When I see that price action, I just think Hyperliquid, no joke, is undervalued. So I'll just own Hyperliquid and not even touch Airbnb or whatever their name is.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess like you're saying, Hyperliquid uses the revenue to pump their own token. BNB kind of does the same thing. They kind of have same.
Both exchanges, both have a side chain. Same, but different.
Okay, so same, but different. Under this world, like we're talking about
400.
We're talking about 4x's and like 5x's, like better returns than like the underlying token. Are you interested in Hyper EVM as paying attention there for like the next quote unquote meta? If you think that they could be the next BNB.
The problem is the dev tooling is kind of shit over there. So that's the challenge. But still possible. Also, Proof of Play put their VRF over there. So now there's VRF over there. So it used to not be VRF over there. So more things can happen now. So yeah, there could be some opportunities over there.
You can do more gambling now.
Well, you can also VRF random in NFTs.
Yeah. That's exciting. Yeah, I think that's one I'm personally keeping an eye on. I have
real quick. I have a question for Nick. Nick, and real quick, Ray, can you please pull up this thread that I just stumbled upon on the X app? It's from whale.mocha. Rumors of a CloneX comeback made the floor price 2x over the weekend. Artifact was discontinued by Nike at the end of 24. Recent comments from one of the Artifact co-founders and from Nick, who originally
I'm deleting that tweet.
Now kind of hint at a possible CTO or sale of the project. Nick, what are your thoughts on this?
Oops.
I didn't write that tweet, actually. I handed my phone to somebody who wrote it.
There it is.
I actually swear, I'm not going to say anything other than that, but that seems like I still would not buy this shit. Even after hanging out with one of the founders.
Interesting. So you're saying there is a CTO
Very
company.
interesting.
Very interesting.
CloneX
really quickly. What do they pump? What do they pump from? Up at 0.27 now. Did these tweets actually pump?
Why are you encouraging this?
I'm curious. I mean, this is actual action on price of NFT.
They did move.
Dude, see, people are like quote tweeting him. I think that's just fucked up of him.
Who, Whale?
No, Zapdio to post this tweet.
It seems harder to buy something from like Nike than a Yuga, though, right?
He posted that at 3:55 a.m.
No, 10 p.m.
I guess, yeah, Whale's on different times then.
World's in European zone.
Oh, whale, you're saying. Sorry,
Oh,
I thought you were
whale-
talking about our tweets.
No, yeah, I was looking at whale. Well, the timestamp on Zaptia's tweet is 3:55 a.m., but whale's in European, so that explains it. I'm picturing Zaptio waking up, popping out of bed, and being like, "Clones are so back, going back to sleep." 3:55 a.m. Anyway,
Hey,
that's
good
about it.
stuff, man. Marcus fucking sending, very exciting times. I'm a big Moby believer.
Big.
The biggest Moby bull on the planet now, Nick
Really,
O'Neill.
really think that this has a lot of promise.
Love to see it. Thank you all for joining us on a wonderful Monday. Bodoggos continuing to pump. We do the show Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Catch us on all major podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple. Catch us on YouTube. See what we're talking about in real time. Thanks again for joining. We'll catch you again tomorrow.